All right, folks, this is take 2. We tried the first take outside, but it was windy, and the wind was blowing the camera. It looked like the camera was nodding in agreement with what we had to say, and you'll hear what we have to say, and the camera won't nod this time. Maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't, but nonetheless, Toronto and Miami tonight, and maybe more of a winnable game than you think, with the Raptors being on a slide, the Heat being on a slide, no Chris Bosh. Maybe no Dwyane Wade.
Actually, you know what? Hold on, keep talking there.
He missed a shoot around.
I sent a message just to see if there was any.
Look, there you go. This is up to the day, up to the minute, folks. And look, if Wade can't go, no update. If Wade can't go, that's 2 guys down. But Toronto needs to do something, because you can see the growing frustration at being close. Not last night, but in the San Antonio game, in the Washington game. Being right there in the New Orleans game and still no wins to show for it, losing a tough one at home last Wednesday against Atlanta. The losing streak is growing, but they're playing well for the most part and just don't have anything to show.
And by the way, when I said no update, it's not that there wasn't an update. The update I got was there's no update. So that's the latest, and it's like 2 o'clock right now as we're taping this. By the time it's up on the web, it's probably about 2:30. So as of 2:30, no update on either Bosh or Wade. It sounds like Bosh isn't going to go, but as you say, Wade, I don't know if it's a cold, a flu, a South Beach flu.
South Beach flu, yeah.
I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
But for the Raptors, they could use any help that they could get at this point. They got some help, so they thought, last night in the return of Linus Kleiza to the lineup, but he did not play well in his return.
To be expected, being off
to a certain extent.
Yeah,
I mean, it was pretty, but not to single him out. The entire team was bad last night.
Season low for points at 72.
Season low, the most points they've, or the biggest margin of victory, I should say, since 1996. And the last time it was done against them, March '96, Orlando was the team that did it to them.
And that was at the height of the Brendan Malone, Isaiah Thomas debacle, when Isaiah wanted Brendan to play the young guys and Brendan wanted to win. And at one point, Brendan threw 4 2 guards out on the floor with a guy named Dwayne Whitfield.
And that's part of the challenge right now that Jay Triano has as well. And I know you've talked about it and alluded to it a lot over the course of the season. It's hard to push and pull at the same time. Are you trying to win? Are you trying to get as many wins as possible, maybe get towards the postseason? Or are you trying to develop young players? Or are you trying to do both at the same time, which is extremely difficult to do?
Yeah.
Almost impossible to do. Either way, the Raptors now sitting 17 games below 500. And tonight, if they lose to the Heat, they'll have the reciprocal going. That's the correct terminology, right, teacher?
Yeah.
13
or the palindrome, right?
Palindrome, reciprocal, whatever, 1-3-3-1. Either way, it's not pretty for the Raptors, so they got to try and get the monkey off the back, then go home for 3 games at the ACC before another road trip coming. And oh, by the way, today is an anniversary. And you're going to hear about it on the pregame show as well. This is even news to Jonesy.
Yeah.
I did some digging.
Okay.
And I found the montage that former Fan 590, and I can say Fan 590 because at the time it was Fan 590.
Rafi.
Not Sportsnet Radio, the Fan 590. Rafi Sarabian, who I believe is still with the Evil Empire, TSN. I think he's with them now. He put this together for
fabulous job.
Did a fabulous job. And because it's the anniversary, 5-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant putting up 81 against the Raptors, we are going to air that montage during our pregame show tonight with mostly calls from Jonesy, some clips kind of sprinkled in from Kobe Bryant himself as well when he was at the podium afterwards, and kind of special to listen to. And I'm sure there's a lot of people, especially some of the younger fans and viewers and listeners out there that maybe didn't hear it, and especially in today's day and age with Facebook and Twitter and everything else, hopefully it gets picked up and some people can get that out there, because 5 years ago today, and as you pointed out when we were chatting earlier, this is a game, Kobe's 81, second largest total in NBA history, that actually has
video and audio. Wilt's 100, all we got is a sign of him holding the 100, that's it, and there was no TV, it was in Hershey, Pennsylvania. But Kobe is still alive and probably will live for a long time.
So we're going to air that tonight in the pregame show at 7 o'clock, 7:30 tip-off, and there's no roster news to speak of for the Raptors right now. No word. They didn't practice today, which is always the case on the second half of a back-to-back. So I would expect that you've still got, for the most part, healthy bodies, but no update yet on Joey Dorsey. No real update on Linus Kleiza, how he's feeling, the day after returning to the lineup. But I would expect everybody else should be probably good to go in terms of Amir Johnson, Andrea Bargnani, Jose Calderon, who is looking to get a little monkey off his back as well. He followed up the near triple-double with a bit of a struggle here the rest of the way on the road trip.
2 of his last few, 3 games, 4 games, he hasn't scored. So maybe Jose will get it going tonight. Maybe the Raptors will get it going. Things happen at unlikely times, and that's why they play the games. We'll see you tonight at 7 on the pregame.